Come closer, my children. Bring your mats. Bring your ears. Bring your hearts. Tonight, I will tell you a story of a woman who traveled far, far across the waters. A woman from the Western world, where houses touch the sky and streets are lined with silver. She came to Mozambique, deep into the belly of Africa, to a village where life is carved from dust and dreams. Her name was Selina. She was rich in coins but poor in joy. Her home was filled with things, but her spirit was restless. She crossed the ocean hoping to learn, to see, to fill the emptiness inside her chest. When she arrived, the sun was burning gold above the endless fields. The air smelled of smoke and soil. She expected sorrow, she expected despair, for she had read in her books that these were the poorest of the poor, living on less than $1 a day. But what she found made her heart stumble. The villagers welcomed her with open hands. They had never seen this stranger from across the ocean, yet they greeted her as if she were kin returning home. They shared their food, though it was little. They gave her a place by their fire, though their space was small. They taught her their songs, their dances, their greetings. And though she spoke another tongue, laughter became their common language. Selina whispered to herself, "How can this be? They have so little, yet they give so freely. While in my land, where we have plenty, we build walls around ourselves." She saw children with ribs like xylophones, yet their mouths were full of songs. She watched women balancing clay pots of water on their heads, their backs straight, their steps graceful, their voices weaving together in song. She saw men returning from the fields with baskets half empty, yet full of stories and laughter. And Selina thought, "They have less than we can imagine, yet they live as if they lack nothing." That night, as stars spread like cowrie shells across the dark sky, Selina sat by the fire with the villagers. The elder, her hair white as baobab blossoms, looked into her restless eyes. "Child of the faraway land," she said, "why does your face look heavy with clouds?" Selina sighed. "I do not understand. Where I come from, we have plenty of food, plenty of comfort. Yet people are always worried, always chasing, always complaining. Here, where you have almost nothing, I see joy greater than gold. I see generosity that has no measure. How is it possible?" The elder smiled, her wrinkles deep like riverbeds. And she spoke. "My daughter, listen well. Happiness does not come from the fullness of the pot, but from the fullness of the heart. We drink joy not from abundance, but from gratitude. And generosity is the proof of true wealth. The one who shares his last morsel is richer than the one who guards his treasure. As our ancestors say, the child who thanks for the little will live to see the much." Selina stayed for many days. She rose with the women at dawn, following them to the river. She carried water on her head, at first stumbling, then laughing with them when the pot spilled. The women sang as they walked, their voices rising like birds in the morning sky. Selina's heart, for the first time, felt light. She sat with the children under the mango tree. They had no toys, only sticks and stones, yet they created games that filled the air with laughter. They pulled her hands, made her dance, taught her songs in their language. Though she could not understand every word, she understood the joy. She ate simple meals, cassava, beans, wild greens, and though it was little, it was shared with love. Each time they gave her food, she said, "No, keep it, you need it more." But they shook their heads and smiled. "Here, we eat together. What we have, we share." At night, around the fire, she listened to stories of ancestors, of hunters, of spirits that walk in the wind. The people treated her not as a visitor, but as one of their own. They taught her their greetings, their dances, their way of honoring the ancestors. And Selina whispered to herself, "I came here as a stranger, but I have been received as family." Their joy is not in what they possess, but in what they give. One night, after dancing with the villagers, Selina slept under the open sky. The moon wrapped her in silver light, and she dreamed. In her dream, the ancestors appeared, men and women with faces glowing like embers. They spoke in unison. "Child of the faraway land, you came here seeking riches of the spirit. Look well. Happiness is not the absence of hunger, nor the abundance of wealth. Happiness is the song you sing while you carry your burdens. It is the dance you dance though your belly is empty. It is the fire you keep alive, even when the night is long. Gratitude is the key, generosity is the proof, and contentment is the path. Learn this, and you will never be poor again." When Selina awoke, tears filled her eyes, but they were not tears of sorrow. They were tears of release. She understood. For the first time in her life, she understood. After many weeks, Selina returned to her western land. Her friends saw her and were astonished. "Selina," they cried, "what happened to you? You left heavy, but you have returned light. Your eyes shine. Tell us, what did you find in Africa?" And Selina told them, "I went to a place where people live with less than $1 a day. I expected sadness, but I found joy. I found generosity. I was a stranger, but they welcomed me with open hands. They shared the little they had with me, though it was barely enough for themselves. They taught me their songs, their dances, their traditions. And I learned a truth greater than gold. Happiness is not given by abundance. Happiness grows where gratitude lives. Generosity is the true wealth, and contentment turns scarcity into abundance." Her friends shook their heads, for some could not believe, but others listened, and their hearts were moved. From that day, Selina no longer complained when things were small. She no longer chased endlessly for more. She lived with gratitude. She walked with generosity, and her life was transformed. So, my children, remember Selina's lesson. The world will whisper that happiness comes from having more. But the river teaches us. It is not the size of the gourd, but how sweet the water inside. As our ancestors say, he who shares even his little is never truly poor. When you rise, thank the sun. When you eat, thank the earth. When you struggle, thank the breath that carries you. For happiness does not wait at the end of the road. It walks with those who sing, those who share, those who give thanks as they travel. And that, my children, is the secret of happiness in every situation. If this story has touched your heart, carry it with you. Share it with another. Let the wisdom of the ancestors walk beside you. Until we meet again by the fire, walk slowly, live deeply, and let your heart beat its true rhythm.